This Athletes Labs Network exclusive interviews. Today our guest is star football player, East Chicago Central, also University of Wisconsin college football player, Damon Glenn. What's going on, Damon?
What's going on today, Big Carl?
Man, this is 2012, man. I want to thank you for this opportunity. Being on the website, man. I can't wait to have this uploaded so everybody can see it, man. But it's a great pleasure having you on, and I want to get your athletic background. So first question is kind of give us your early influences in sports.
Well, East Chicago was still a big basketball city, so you know, I grew up playing basketball, Washington Elementary, West Side. Played my freshman year at Central, and just playing basketball. That's all we was doing. Everybody had a basketball in their hand, when we were little. So, you know, that speaks for itself right there. Just the tradition of East Chicago basketball. So that's what I was doing.
Got you. What as you mentioned just now, you said block and West Side. What sports? Well, of course it's basketball, but what players did you grow up with that was like maybe your competition, or your peers rather? That was your competition during that young age, like from maybe fourth grade to eighth grade.
Mm, fifth grade is when I started playing basketball at Washington L, and we had a lot of athletes on our elementary team as far as basketball that went on and played varsity. Like Coop was there, Maurice Billups was there, Marlon Anderson was there, Abe was there, Flint was there.
Wow.
Me and Royce was on that team. Little Charlie was on that team. So that was just our elementary team right there. Then,
wow, a lot of talent.
Some of us split up. They left. Then we went on to our sixth grade year. But a lot of our competition came from, Calumet. As far as Calumet, it was Kerry Gosh. Jermaine Cousinard and Dante Williams, Eugene Johnson. I think Von Wayman was over at Kerry Gosh. Then, Washington L is in the harbor, but you had a lot of people from Calumet, New Edition, and H-Town too over at Washington. But as far as the harbor side, Big Skip and Eugene Morgan and Craig Williams, they was over there at Franklin. Squirt was over at Lincoln. Just some names. Trey Bugs was over at Block. Was that field back there by Guthrie? Phil. Yeah. That's with Trey Bugs. And so, those are some of the guys that, I grew up with playing basketball when we was in like elementary school and stuff like that.
Gotcha. I interviewed Skip, and Skip made a comment about how y'all had battles between Block and West Side. Give me some feedback on that.
Let me see. Seventh grade, yeah, but I can remember. Did we play in my seventh grade year? But anyway, I know our eighth grade year they beat us twice. I mean they came to I think they came to West Side and beat us one year. Then we played at Central and they beat us, and they had a good coach.
Yeah.
Huppenthal had just came to East Chicago, and he started his career off at Block Junior High, and they was just a well coached team. Not taking nothing away from our coach at West Side, but I think they were just better coached. And as far as athletes, I mean, we had just as many athletes as them, if not better. So, Skip, I don't know about that one, brother.
So, what peers in your community, in your neighborhood, that was a heavy influence on you? Was there anybody like maybe a older relative, or was it just somebody older than you that kind of guided you, on your path?
I used to play for Martin Luther King, the MLK Center, and I don't know, you remember Wild? Wild used to stay across the street of Kennedy.
Wiley,
Rondé King.
Yeah.
Changa brother.
Changa King, yeah.
They got me started off playing basketball, actually like organized ball, and same thing. It used to always be MLK against the 151 Center.
Yeah.
So those are some people that got me, started into sports, right away. But we used to always go to the games and stuff. Like when I was in elementary, I mean, Kenny Lofton was still playing at Washington. I remember seeing him a few games because we were the Washington Junior Senators and they was the Washington Senators. So I mean, it was always a big buzz about basketball, and you know, the two teams at that time was Roosevelt and Washington. So
Yeah.
just hearing and seeing people, you know.
Gotcha. All right. So as you was getting older, from 5th grade to 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, as you know, during that time wasn't no serious football programs. How did you transition over to football as you was entering to your into high school?
Well, my freshman year, you know, like a lot of 8th graders come from Block and West Side, you try for football first, because that's really, most of us, that's really our first opportunity to get exposed to organized football. I mean, they had Pop Warner and stuff like that was around, but I didn't play Pop Warner, and I know too many people that played Pop Warner, you know, in my neighborhood. But you know, so I came up from my freshman year, and I ended up quitting, and it was just too hard.
You quit?
Yeah, early. So I was, you know, concentrating on basketball, and like I said, I used to love to play basketball. You know?
Okay.
So I ended up quitting my freshman year and
that's
just playing
crazy.
basketball.
Okay.
So
you said it was just too hard, or what?
You may want to edit.
Okay.